Unlimited morning energy with this hidden Japanese rule isn't just a promise. It's a reality once you understand why you wake up tired. The shocking truth is that more sleep doesn't equal more energy. It's your broken routine that kills your rest before it even starts. The Japanese discovered a counterintuitive rule that charges your body like a battery, making mornings feel explosive even with fewer hours of sleep. Unlock this secret, and you'll rise with unstoppable energy while everyone else is still trapped in exhaustion. Most people assume that if they wake up tired, the solution is simply more sleep. But the Japanese approach challenges this belief with one hidden routine that changes everything. Instead of adding hours, they focus on the depth of rest and the rhythm of preparation. This flips the cycle completely, turning average sleep into powerful recovery and explosive energy. It feels controversial because it goes against everything we've been told, yet it works faster than anything else. The truth is that your nights decide your mornings. If your routine is chaotic, your sleep will be shallow and your rest incomplete, leaving you tired no matter how long you stay in bed. But when the Japanese rule is followed, your body slips into a different mode. You don't just lie down. You switch on a biological charger. This is why, even with fewer hours, you wake with energy that seems unfair compared to everyone else. What shocks most people is how fast the change can happen. One disciplined routine at night can completely alter how you wake up the very next day. Instead of dragging yourself through the fog of being tired, you rise with clarity and momentum that doesn't fade. The trick is not doing more, but removing the distractions that sabotage rest. By cutting noise, screens, and late-night habits, the Japanese rule allows your sleep to restore energy naturally, as it was always meant to. This is why Western advice often fails. It measures sleep in hours, while the Japanese measure rest in quality. The difference is massive. One leaves you stuck and tired. The other leaves you charged with unlimited energy. Once you grasp this perspective, you'll never treat your nightly routine the same way again. Every night becomes an opportunity to recharge fully, and every morning becomes proof that the hidden Japanese rule works. The hidden Japanese rule is simple. Treat sleep as a cycle of charging, storing, and releasing energy. Most people only see sleep as passive rest, but in Japan, it is seen as an active routine that decides your power for the next day. This means every night is either filling your battery to the top or draining it before you even wake. The secret lies not in more hours, but in how you prepare and protect the cycle. In Japanese culture, this rule shows up in everything from martial arts to modern health practices. They understand that order at night leads to strength in the morning. A calm routine signals the body to begin deep rest, and that rest guarantees mornings without feeling tired. Instead of waking with fog, you rise with a steady flow of energy. This mindset makes sleep less about chance and more about design. The difference is striking when you compare it to Western habits. In the West, people chase hacks, pills, and endless adjustments, hoping to fix their sleep. But without a consistent routine, the rest never goes deep, and the result is waking up tired again and again. The Japanese rule flips this. By mastering preparation and rhythm, sleep does the work for you. Energy is the natural result, not something you fight for. Think of it as plugging into a charger. If the connection is weak, the battery barely fills no matter how long it's plugged in. But if the connection is solid, the charge is full and stable. That's the Japanese rule, a way of making sure your routine builds a perfect connection every night. With it, sleep becomes your most powerful ally. Rest becomes automatic, and energy feels unlimited when the morning begins. Here's the harsh truth. Most Western nights are sabotage disguised as relaxation. People eat late, scroll endlessly, and flood their brains with light before bed, then wonder why they wake up tired. That chaotic routine doesn't lead to deep rest. It traps you in shallow sleep that drains energy instead of restoring it. This cycle repeats daily, creating mornings filled with exhaustion, caffeine dependency, and frustration. The Japanese approach flips this chaos into order. Their nights are built on rituals that guide the body into rest automatically. Small, consistent actions, dimming lights, quiet transitions, simple breathing, prepare the nervous system for deep sleep. By respecting routine, they ensure that the body charges fully, turning nights into powerful recovery sessions instead of wasted hours. The result is energy that feels almost unfair the next morning. Think of the difference like this. The Western night is noise, stimulation, and confusion. The Japanese night is rhythm, calm, and repetition. One leaves you tired. The other leaves you sharp. The brilliance of the Japanese rule is that it doesn't require perfection or complex hacks, just a structured routine that tells your body it's time to recharge. With that structure, rest becomes inevitable. This contrast is why so many people feel stuck. They follow random tips without consistency, while the Japanese rule guarantees results through order. The choice is simple: chaos that drains your battery or discipline that fills it. When you eliminate sabotage and embrace order, sleep stops being a gamble, rest deepens naturally, and your mornings overflow with energy instead of fatigue. The Japanese rule begins with what I call the charge ritual, a simple but powerful way to fill your body's battery before sleep. Most people dive into bed hoping for rest, but the Japanese design their evening routine so that deep sleep is guaranteed. Dimming the lights, lowering noise, and calming the mind signals the body to switch into recovery mode. This ritual isn't fancy, but it is the reason they wake up with endless energy instead of tired eyes. Think of it as plugging into a charger correctly. If the connection is weak, the charge never sticks, no matter how long you leave it. In the same way, a sloppy routine creates shallow rest that leaves you tired. The Japanese charge ritual locks in a strong connection, preparing your system for maximum recovery. Every step before bed is intentional, and each step ensures the night works for you instead of against you. This ritual also strips away the noise of modern life. No late-night eating, no blue light blasting your brain, no emotional chaos carried into bed. These distractions block rest and leak energy before morning even arrives. By removing them, the Japanese create an environment where sleep becomes effortless. Their routine acts like a shield, protecting the battery so it can charge fully. The best part is how repeatable it is. You don't need supplements or gadgets, only discipline. When your body learns this pattern, sleep begins quickly, rest deepens automatically, and energy overflows by morning. The charge ritual proves that small, consistent actions are more powerful than hours of random habits. Follow it, and your nights transform into a power source that guarantees you never wake up tired again. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes. They equate more hours of sleep with more energy. But the Japanese rule proves it's not about how long you stay in bed. It's about how deeply you rest. 8 hours of shallow sleep leaves you tired, while 6 hours of uninterrupted deep recovery can make you unstoppable. The difference isn't in time. It's in quality, and that quality is built by your routine. Deep rest is when the body repairs, the brain clears, and your internal battery charges to 100%. Without it, mornings are heavy, groggy, and tired. With it, you wake sharp, alert, and overflowing with energy. The Japanese method is obsessed with reaching this depth, because once you lock into it, the cycle of sleep powers itself. And that's where the advantage truly lies. Think of it this way. Shallow sleep is like leaving your phone on a weak charger. It's plugged in, but the power barely moves. Deep rest is like fast charging with perfect connection, short, efficient, and complete. The Japanese rule engineers your routine to guarantee this depth, so no matter how many hours you have, your body still wakes ready. This flips the entire conversation about sleep. It's not about staying in bed longer. It's about designing a routine that unlocks depth automatically. That's why their mornings feel limitless. While the world chases hours and still wakes tired, those who follow the Japanese rule rise with energy that feels infinite, proving that depth of rest is the true key. Once your body knows how to reach deep rest, the next step is protecting it. The Japanese rule emphasizes guarding your sleep cycle like treasure, because even the smallest disruption can drain your stored energy. Late-night snacks, glowing screens, or random noises may seem harmless, but they break the rhythm of your routine and leave you tired by morning. Protection is as important as preparation, and it's what separates consistent recovery from wasted nights. Think of your body as a charged battery. If the cable keeps disconnecting, the power leaks away. The same happens when your sleep is interrupted. You wake up feeling tired even after a full night in bed. The Japanese avoid this by removing everything that interferes with rest. Their routine is clean, calm, and consistent, creating an environment where energy charges fully and stays locked in until morning. This level of discipline may feel strict, but the payoff is massive. By eliminating interference, your sleep becomes predictable and your rest becomes reliable. You don't need to wonder how you'll feel when you wake. You already know. Each morning, your energy feels sharp because your body was allowed to recover without leaks or distractions. That sense of control is what makes the rule so powerful. Protecting the battery is not about perfection. It's about consistency. You don't need rituals that last hours. You need a routine that blocks the biggest energy thieves. Once you do, every night recharges you fully. And instead of waking tired and drained, you rise with energy that feels unfair to anyone still trapped in chaos. This is how the Japanese rule turns ordinary sleep into unstoppable fuel. When the Japanese rule is followed, mornings stop being a battle and start becoming a launchpad of pure energy. Instead of waking up tired and fumbling for the snooze button, you rise naturally, fueled by deep rest and a flawless routine. Your body feels light, your mind feels clear, and sleep has done its job so completely that getting out of bed feels effortless. This is what explosive mornings are all about: power without struggle. Think of it like releasing a battery that's been fully charged overnight. All that stored energy rushes into your system the moment you wake. There's no need for caffeine to trick your body into alertness, because real rest has already given you everything you need. The Japanese rule doesn't just reset you, it propels you, making mornings feel unfair compared to those who still wake up tired. The difference is immediate and dramatic. While most people stumble through the first hours of the day, you're already operating at full capacity. Your routine has built momentum that carries you forward, giving you clarity, focus, and endurance. This level of energy isn't random. It's the direct result of protecting and respecting your sleep. That's why the Japanese see mornings as the reward for disciplined nights. And the best part is that it becomes automatic. Once your body adapts to this cycle, rest no longer feels like an obligation. It feels like a weapon. You don't drag yourself awake. You release energy that was waiting for you all along. With this rule, every morning feels like an explosion of potential, and being tired becomes nothing more than a distant memory. This is the stage where people start to notice something different about you. While they complain about being tired, yawning through meetings, and relying on caffeine, you move with calm focus and endless energy. They think you're lucky, or maybe naturally gifted, but the truth is simple. Your routine has been rewired by the hidden Japanese rule. Each night of deep sleep and complete rest gives you an advantage that feels unfair to everyone still trapped in exhaustion. The brilliance of this rule is that it doesn't just fix your nights. It transforms your days. You think sharper, work faster, and stay balanced while others are barely keeping up. Your mornings become a secret weapon, powering you through challenges with steady energy. People start to wonder how you manage it all, never realizing that the foundation is just disciplined sleep and consistent rest. What feels like ordinary effort to you looks extraordinary to everyone else. That's because your body is no longer fighting against fatigue. It's fueled by a cycle that guarantees recovery. Your routine does the heavy lifting in silence, making energy your default state instead of something you chase. The Japanese rule makes this advantage possible without pills, hacks, or gimmicks. And here's the best part. Once you master it, there's no going back. Being tired feels unnatural because your nights work for you instead of against you. While the world struggles to get moving, you're already steps ahead, powered by sleep that actually restores and rest that actually fuels. That's what makes this Japanese rule feel so brutally unfair. It gives you results that most people never imagine are possible. By now, you see why this hidden Japanese rule is so powerful. It's not about forcing more hours of sleep. It's about creating a routine that guarantees deep rest and releases unstoppable energy. When you charge fully at night, protect the cycle, and let mornings explode with power, you break free from the trap of always feeling tired. This isn't luck, it's strategy, a method refined through discipline and proven by results. This rule reshapes your entire life. Your focus sharpens, your mood stabilizes, and your productivity skyrockets because your foundation of sleep finally works the way it was meant to. Each evening becomes preparation, each night becomes recovery, and each morning becomes victory. The Japanese weren't chasing hacks, they were mastering rhythm, and that rhythm still works today. The beauty of this method is in its simplicity. You don't need gadgets, supplements, or endless trial and error. You just need to respect the cycle. Charge, store, release. Protect your nights, and your mornings will reward you automatically. The result is a life powered by consistent rest and overflowing energy, not endless battles against feeling tired. So tonight, test the hidden Japanese rule for yourself. Shut out the noise, refine your routine, and give your body the chance to charge fully. When you open your eyes tomorrow, you'll feel the difference instantly. That's the promise of this rule. Unlimited morning energy every single day.